All right. Hello, folks. It is Friday, and you know what that means. Heroes World TGIF. You've survived another week. You are looking forward to the weekend, and you're going to start that tonight right here with us. It's Andre from Heroes World, and I'm joined with my boy Jesse. Jesse, how you doing?
Not bad. How are you?
I'm
How
pretty
are
good, pretty good. This week is shaping up to be a fun one because we have got Halloween. People's favorite time of the year is a couple days away this Sunday. So I know there's a lot of people excited out there to go trick or treating, get out there, put on a costume, hang out with some friends, do something that's kind of fun, creepy, scary. And speaking of creepy, scary, we have got some great topics for you this week that are kind of Halloween inspired. We're going to give you our graphic novel, which is our creepy comic recommendation. We're also got a little bit of a creepy comic for our comic book spotlight, and we have got something scary in our This Is How We Roll gaming section. But of course, first up, we are all about the comics. Heroes World is a comic store, hobby store, and comics are, I want to say, the backbone. My first passion, my first love are comic books. So we always want to tell you about what we're reading this week, what we're loving this week. And I have to bring up this book that I have been really enjoying. It's on issue 4. Issue 4 just came out this week, and that is Wonder Girl by DC Comics, written and drawn by Joel Jones. This book has been fantastic. It follows the adventures of Yara Flora, and she is going to be this new kind of guardian, this new power broker, this person that is going to shake up the map, and all of the pieces are, shall we say, vying for her allegiance. So as you can see by the art here, it's super fantastic. And when I say all these different factions, it's all the pantheons of gods are trying to kind of win her over, and she doesn't know her importance or her destiny. So here we have her training in Mount Olympus. And I got to say, I'm a sucker for these training scenes and montages. And of course, she's powerful, but she doesn't know how to control her power and stuff. So again, really, really cool. This issue focused on the goddess Hera, really trying to win her over to become her champion. And I'm going to just show you another scene here. Really, really good montage of kind of how good the art is. And again, like, yeah, look at this. This is her kind of like, defeated here. She's tired, she's fatigued, but look at this art. It's amazing. So super cool character. She's kind of Wonder Woman-esque, but not quite. So we don't know what her background is. Is she an Amazon? Is she they've like kind of like a Brazilian, or kind of like Aztec? All this background stuff coming forward. But yeah, the art is stellar. Story so far is really, really strong. It has some intrigue, and it's going to bring you along because it's explaining things to you as you go. Like, she doesn't know everything, and she's learning. And then you see all these different characters popping up. You have the previous Wonder Girl showing up. You've got Artemis showing up. You see the new Amazons, and you, of course, see the different iterations of the gods. So, Jesse, man, I got to say, this book, it's so impressive. The only downside to this book is it has seemed to have been taking its time coming out, but I think a lot of that has to do with the pandemic and whatnot. But yeah, definitely don't snooze on this book. If you're remotely interested in it, I highly recommend picking it up. As I said, issue 4 came out. We have all 4 issues at the store, or check out your local store. Trust me, it's I think it's a book you don't want to sleep on, and get the trade paperback. It's fantastic. Got some funny bits in it. It's got some moving bits in it. So yeah, really, I really, really dig it. So yeah.
just looking at the art there with the montage scene you showed us there? It kind of looks like fire, right? It kind of looks like the pictures are in fire and floating around. It just really
Yeah, no, it's like,
nice.
again, there's several different montages, and each one has this kind of color setting the mood. So when they do a montage kind of about her mother's background. It's a different color and stuff like that. So like I said, the book is very stylistic and very good. So that again, love the book. One of my top reads every time it comes out. Like I said, it has come out a little bit infrequently, but that shouldn't stop you. What about you, Jesse? What did you read this week that you were liking?
Well, I think we got to talk about the elephant in the room, the juggernaut from this week. I think it has to be Batman Fortnite, The Foundation. Now
Yes,
this,
man, and you got yourself the 1 in 25 variant cover. Look at you,
yes,
collector.
look at that.
Yeah.
Here I got an image for you guys so you can see all three
Oh
covers there.
wow. Yes.
So as you can tell by the covers, we've got Batman. We've got the Batman who laughs, and who's that weird Deathstroke-looking character? Well,
Well, you
that is
better tell me because I haven't read it yet.
that is the Foundation. So this book, although it says Batman Fortnite, I would say it's more of a Fortnite lore book. The Foundation is a character that has come to the Fortnite Battle Royale world, and he's going to try to fix it for the better. And we have Batman who laughs, trying to mess around with the world.
Nice.
So with these comic books, with Batman Fortnite, the previous 6 volume, 6 issues, right?
Yep.
This one, you get a code for actual in-game content. So this time around, you get a very nice Fortnite skin, and I believe you get the backpack there, the bottom right corner there, the little thing that looks like a fork almost.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the axe and the wings there come separately. You have to buy them, but again, the skin, it looks amazing. That's actual
So,
in-game footage.
so wait, you actually get the whole skin of Batman Who Laughs. So that's who you would be running around in if
Yep.
you bought this comic.
So if you get this comic, yeah, you get the outfit, the costume right there in the center.
That's awesome. So isn't in Fortnite, like if you were to buy this skin for your character to run around in, like how much would that be?
I think it is also available in the store, so you don't have to buy the comic, but I think it's around $20. And the comic
Whoa.
book's what, 5?
Yeah, the comic is literally like it's got a US cover price of about $5.99. So why not get the comic? You get to
Yeah.
read a cool story and then get the skin as well. So that's great. You know what? The Batman Fortnite series, wow, it brought so many new customers to the store, and it was a great book too. You know,
Yeah.
I said it like I don't know too much about Fortnite, but I was a Batman fan. I read it. The art was good. They actually tied the story in. It was plausible. Like I think they did a really, really good job. And if this was somebody's first foray into comics with Batman Fortnite because they love the Fortnite game, not only was it an exceptional value, but it was an exceptional comic book. So good job for DC for doing such a good crossover. And
I just want to I just want to show you a little sequence here. So the Foundation is some big guy in the Fortnite lore. So we don't know much about him. We just know his name. He kind of looks like Dwayne Johnson. I don't
okay,
know. I kind of get Dwayne Johnson feels when I see him with a Deathstroke kind of suit on, but he runs into one of my favorite characters, Batman, and this is a picture of their interaction. Okay, so you see this big guy, big robot guy coming down, and Batman, being Batman, isn't going to take anything from him. He wants to know who he is, he wants to know what he's about, and why he's in Gotham.
wow.
Right.
So I guess this guy can kind of fly, or is this him coming up out of water?
So in the Fortnite game, they break up every few months into seasons. Last season, this guy went missing. He fell down a hole. We don't know where he went. He turns up, he's in Gotham City. He went to another reality. Turns out it's Gotham City. And he runs into Batman, who was in the Fortnite world last season doing his things from the previous issue. But when they run into each other, this guy, Dwayne the Foundation Johnson, doesn't have time for Batman. So he just flies off, and Batman's like, no, get back here. Get back here. Attaches him with a batarang and pulls him down with the Batmobile, and he's like, you're going to talk to me right now. We're going to
That's
figure this
hype.
out together. Yeah, it was a really good one shot. I would say if you're a fan of Fortnite, pick it up. If you like Batman, it's a good, tight little Batman story. And again, if you play Fortnite, you might as well get the skin, save $15.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. But yeah, so DC has been, really, I think, slamming it, knocking it out of the park. And this week especially. So I think one of your other picks this week was the brand new book, another book from in the Bat family, starring none other than the Red Hood, and that was Task Force Z.
Task Force Z. Yes, I have it here. This is the variant cover. I really like this cover because I would say Batman, Spider-Man, Deadpool, and Red Hood are my all-time favorite characters. And that one, let me bring it up for you guys all to see. That one centers Red Hood, and he's being attacked by another one of my loves, zombies. It's just a very nice cover. It's both two of my loves coming together in one cover. I had to get that one. But this here is the A version of the cover, the standard version of the cover. And Task Force Z, do you know what the Z stands for?
I'm going to guess it stands for zombie.
Well, actually, it comes after X. So Task Force Z is after the... I'm just kidding. It is actually zombies.
Yeah.
Yes. So Red Hood is in charge of a team, and the team, I don't know, do we have a picture of the crew that he's running with? Yes, we do. So here's his crew. We've got Bane, we've got Man-Bat. It looks like that's the Arkham Knight.
Yes, it is.
Funny story about those few characters is they all died in a little event a few months ago called A-Day, when the Joker, we don't know who actually did it, blew up Arkham Asylum, killing half the villains, half the security, half the doc, killing half the people in the premise or on the property. So Amanda Waller decided, hey, we've been experimenting with this new Lazarus, what is it called? Lazarus stones, I believe, that can bring people back, but they're not really back. They're more of a zombie. We're going to bring back these people, and they're going to be monsters, and they're going to fight for us, because heroes can't always be heroes. Sometimes you need a monster to do a job a hero can't.
Wow. So this is like taking the Suicide Squad to Task Force X that we mentioned and just pushing it up to another level. This is a job that even the Suicide Squad couldn't be doing.
This is a job where you need somebody that's going to die in order to get the job done, and they're all zombies, so that it really doesn't matter. The thing with their zombie, I forget, Lazarus stones, let's just call them Lazarus stones, is they start to go very feral, so they have to kind of give them little treats along the way, and if they don't get their little treats to bring them back down to controllable level, they go crazy. So
yeah.
I got another image here for you guys. I think it's Bane about to go crazy and attack Red Hood, and he's like, no, here, take this little Scooby snack, eat this. I need you on my side.
Right on.
And then we also, here, let me show you this. There's this mysterious character in the background. It's not actually Amanda Waller controlling Task Force Z. It's some guy, I believe his name is Crispin.
Okay.
But his whole gimmick is he doesn't want anything to do with the task force. He wants to wipe his hands clean if the government finds out. So he only contacts a doctor, a mysterious figure that we haven't really met in the comic books yet, and Jason Todd. And he only talks to Jason Todd through cameras, so he can see there he's watching him. And Jason Todd has a little earpiece there. So he's like, what's going on? What's good? Blah, blah, blah. And he pretty much ignores Jason. He's like, this is what I need to get done. Right? It's a very good book. If you like zombies, you will like the book. If you like Red Hood, if you like Batman, you'll like the book. I believe they started the story back in Detective Comics.
Okay.
It was a little back issue. It was a few pages before.
Yes, I remember that one actually. Yeah, because Detective Comics does the different backstories and stuff. Yeah, so that's great. So it's got another cool book coming out. The other book that launched out of a little backstory was the new Deathstroke Inc. book, which I've been really enjoying too. But we'll spotlight that another week but like I said, DC's doing a great job introducing books and backstories, and then if they're popular, giving them full-on books. And I think this one is definitely going to be a hit.
Just one more thing I want to touch on here. I'm going to bring a picture back of the crew. Now, if you look at where is he? On the left-hand side, do you know who that is? Right beside Bane's shoulder there?
Is that Mr. Bloom?
That is Mr. Bloom. He's been hidden for so long.
Yep.
And sorry, guys, I'm going to spoil one thing because I just found it so funny. Everybody on the team is a zombie except Mr. Bloom. And they're going to do their mission for this issue. And Jason Todd's like, okay, zombies, let's go. And Mr. Bloom comes up. He's like, hey, Jason, I just want you to know I'm not a zombie, okay? Like, just in case something happens, I'm not actually a zombie. I'm a good guy. I'm alive. It was just a funny little quirky bit.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty good. So it's got some levity to it as well. So that's cool. We haven't seen Mr. Bloom since the New 52 Scott Snyder Batman.
Scott Snyder, yeah. He was a Scott Snyder creation.
Yeah, so pretty cool. Yeah.
What about you? It's been raining all week. What have you been reading? Anything else?
Lots of other books, but I want to spotlight this one in particular, and it's an Image comic book, and it is by J.H. Williams III and Hayden Blackman, and it is Echolands. This is the third issue to drop, and yeah, you see that painted cover? That is what the interior of the book looks like. Many different art styles, all of them killer. I'm going to show you a little page here. This is a scene from it underwater. If you know this J.H. Williams art, he did stuff like Batwoman. He did Promethea. Fantastic artist. He breaks the panels, does so many different styles. But this collaboration, this story, it is just like a kind of, I want to say it's like a multiverse or a kind of like a melding of dimensions, because I can basically tell you I have no idea what is going on in this comic book, but I'm along for the ride and I want to know more, and everything in it is so cool. We're following the main character, and she's known as kind of like a Red Riding Hood type figure. And she's got like this a gang, and the gang is made up of like vampires and half breeds and all kinds of like weird, mysterious figures. And they're on the run from the powerful people in this world or dimension. But man, it's so crazy. It's so imaginative. Let me pop up this thing here. Boom. So this is one of the panels here. We meet a new character, and you could see the Kirby influence there. This guy looks like he's popped out of Jack Kirby's Fourth World or the Eternals. And then you've got this black and white image. This guy kind of looks like the Wolf Man, or he kind of looks like a Frankenstein. And you've got like all these other things. And that's what this book is bringing together, all these cool things and weaving it into this compelling world. And it's just like hit the ground running. Every book just streams on by, and you're just along for the ride. You know, you don't even have a chance to catch your breath. You don't have a chance to kind of go, hey, I need direction. I need to go, because you're just following this along. Also have to mention that this book is all landscape. So it opens up. I got it right here. So this is how it is. It's a landscape. So you open it up and you read side to side. Like, look at that splash. Like, incredible. That's like really it's just such a freaking amazing book, an amazing read. It's so imaginative, and I know this part caught your eye, Jesse. So let's take a look at this. Anybody who's a fan of Japanese anime and manga and stuff like that, and you know a little bit of your history, this screams like Amazing or Grandize or any of those old 70s original animes. And one of the characters, you know, rolls up from the ocean like he's adrift, and he gets to this new part. So I'm just loving where this book is going. So much creativity. It's just been wild. So like I said, third issue, very, very cool, imaginative, brilliant. Like I said, you know, very few times I want to read a book where I am quasi lost, but this one I think I'm lost in the best way, because I just want to know more. And it's not that I'm lost because they're not giving me enough information. It's the pacing of the stories keeping it. And I really love the interactions. Like half of her crew, they don't like her. They're like, hey, she did this. She's brought this on. We're on the run because of her. Let's kill her. Let's hand her over. But yeah, it's super cool. So I can't recommend this book enough. Image Comics. Yeah, don't sleep on it. Fantastic book.
Even if you like, I've read 1 and 2. I haven't read 3. I'm probably going to check it out this weekend. Even I don't understand the story, but again, looking at it, it looks beautiful. Every panel, every splash page looks amazing. Like, kudos to the artist. He drew how many different styles in this picture? We've got a black and white realistic style. Then we got, like you said, a Kirby-esque character, and in the background, space. Like, kudos to the guy for being able to do so many styles and make it so fluent in one book, right?
Yeah, amazing. So guys, that's been kind of like our comics that we couldn't wait to read. Being Friday, we've picked a couple, but as always, we like to spotlight one book that we think you need to check out. And because it's Halloween, we've made sure that all our spotlight picks have been Halloween themed. So without further ado, let's get to our Heroes World comic book spotlight. And for this day, which is 2 days before Halloween, we are doing the new book by Boom Studios called House of Slaughter. And if you know anything about the House of Slaughter, you know it's from the world of Something is Killing the Children, which has got to be one of the most popular books right now. So yeah, here it is. Very, very cool cover. Also had a foil cover. Also had a couple different variant covers. Actually, lots of different variant covers. Our friend Mike Del Mundo did a 1 in 500 variant cover. So unfortunately, we didn't get that at the store. And they also did 1 in 1,000 variant covers. So they are seeming this book is on track because there's a lot of buzz about Something's Killing the Children. It's either going to be a movie or a TV series, so people are just loving it. So what's this book about? This book is about the House of Slaughter, which are the house that trains these people to be monster hunters. Why did I dig this book so much? Because it gave me vibes of one of my favorite shows, Supernatural. So the main character is training to be a hunter in this world where there will always be monsters. And we get a little bit of a look back at what this kind of school is. Jesse, what did you like about it? What did you learn that was different from the Something is Killing the Children?
So I liked about it that we get 2 stories kind of in one. We get a future, present story with the main character Aaron searching for a monster, and then we also get another story of Aaron, the main character, in, I guess you would say, a school academy where he must hunt monsters. So in the past story, he's being trained by what's his clan called? It's the what are they called? The Black Mask, I think they're called.
Yep, they refer to them as the Black Masks, and as you can see in the in this image here, you've got 3 other people. They're hunters, but they've also got the white masks, and you can see they're actually wearing kind of like a school uniform and stuff. So yeah, this is like a training school and stuff like that. And this was an initiation here in this particular scene. So yeah, the Black Masks, and you can see here Aaron's got the mask that is very much so like Erica Slaughter from Something is Killing the Children.
Yes, he's part of the same, I guess you'd say, classroom as Erica Slaughter because he's got the black mask. In the past part of the book, he seems to not be as strong fighting monsters. They say if we send you out to kill monsters now, you're going to die.
Yep.
And then the opposite is true when we see him in the present day. He seems like he is very fluent in the monster language. He sees a corpse and he's like, "Oh, that's just a dead body. Like, I gotta go find the monster. I'm not gonna waste my time with this. The monster's still loose."
Yeah,
I just like the. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I like the 2 juxtapositions, I guess you'd say, between the early character and the nowadays character. I want to see him grow in his confidence and become the monster hunter I guess he is.
Yeah, I think that's exactly right. So we see him kind of when he's competent and capable, but then we get back where we see that one of his teachers really believes in him and is trying to pull out this. She's like, you're going to be a different hunter. You're not the strongest, you're not the fastest, but you're the smartest, and you can think well, and you're good on your feet. Like, you literally can assess situations. So yeah, I think it's a very good first issue. I think you definitely don't need to know anything about Something's Killing the Children to enjoy this book. There's lots of nuance to it, lots of things to enjoy. Especially, I do like this kind of boarding school rivalry between, you've got the white masks and the black masks, and there's a hierarchy there. You even see that with the two kind of trainers, that there's definitely a hierarchy. So there's a lot to this book. And I think they're going to reveal it within as the issues go and stuff. So this is brought to us by the same writer, Something is Killing the Children. That's James Tynion. And he's just been doing a lot of really, really good stuff. You've probably heard his name associated with like Substack and stuff. So we know that there's lots of content. He's also writing, Department of Truth. And he's come off a stellar run on Batman. Like he's on the Fear State. Like, this guy knows how to write. So definitely check this book out. And as I said, you don't need to know anything about Something is Killing the Children, but both of those are going to give you thrills and chills right for this Halloween season. So do not hesitate if you are a fan of any of those things. And quite possibly it'll open up lots more story options for tying into Something is Killing Children. So we're getting, like as Jesse said, we're getting some of that history, but we're also getting some of that present tense stuff too.
So with the past and the present as well, I'm not sure if you noticed, I have a few questions that I'm hoping play out in the story. In the present day version of the story, you see him walking around. I don't know if you can see it there. No, sorry. He has a cane in his hand.
Yep.
And he always has that cane. In the past, he doesn't have the cane. So did something happen to his legs? Is it a weapon? Is it a hunter weapon? I don't know. And another thing too I really liked is if you're familiar with Something is Killing the Children, Erica Slaughters has a little what is it, a plushy octopus?
Yep.
That is enchanted by a monster that she talks to and gives her little advice. Well, Aaron here has a little plushie of his own, and it is an owl.
Yep, a talking owl.
A talking owl. And that's the crime scene I was talking about earlier there.
Yeah.
But just a lot of questions. I like how we got two stories going on all at once.
No, for sure. Again, great start to this to this series. And I think, like I said, can't stress it enough. It's new reader friendly, but if you are already knee deep in Something's Killing the Children, I think it's going to bring you further in, because you are getting kind of the peeling back a layer, but also opening up a lot of different questions and stuff like that. So yeah, our spotlight book is House of Slaughter. Yeah, hopefully you guys check it out and you enjoy that book, because again, it's perfect, I think, for Halloween, and it's a perfect book for like I said, people who are new readers to the series. I think it can bring a lot of people to it. But speaking of chills and thrills and scary things, let's jump into our creepy comic recommendation. And this is a book, oh my god, that I've loved right out of the gate. Here we go. Our creepy comic that you should read this Halloween season or anytime is Gideon Falls by Jeff Lemire, Canadian author extraordinaire, as well as amazing art by Andrea Sorrentino. Fantastic book. This book is just a mind job. Not only is it suspenseful, not only is it thrilling, not only is it imaginative, but the art and the storytelling, the pace and the characters just all weave together into this mysterious tale that gets bigger and deeper as you go. Just a freaking phenomenal story from start to finish. It is now over. It's 6 trade paperbacks, where they just brought out a deluxe hardcover that's going to cover the first 2, and you can see on this different cover, the silhouette is of a barn, and the black barn, as they say. We've got an image of it. This is a key story element in the book. But yeah, like, man, I can't tell you, this book is just stellar. I remember I recommended it to you when it first came out, Jesse. What did you think overall? You finished reading the whole series, yeah?
I have, I think, one more trade.
Oh, okay, one more trade to catch up on.
To
okay,
read, but I'm very close. Well, when we were first talking about these shows, you said we got to talk about Gideon Falls, and do you remember what I said to you? Well,
we got to save.
We got to save the best for last. This book is amazing. I don't know any other words to describe it, but if you pick up the trades, you're not missing out. I actually prefer reading it in the trade version, just because the way the issues play out is they give you a whole bunch of information, then they give you a little nugget of what's to come. Yep. And then you got to wait 2 weeks to a month for that next for that next little bit of the story. But if you get it in trade, it's all right there, and you get your fill of it. And then again, the wait for a trade's a lot longer than, I guess, an issue. But I don't know. I just love the story so much.
And now, like I said, now that all the trades are out, you can read this thing, cover to cover, issue to issue. But yeah, let's take a look at some of the art. This is the main character here, Norton. And as you can see, like, some of the art is turned upside down. The artist really plays with panels and structures to really make you feel and add to that sense of mystery and sometimes claustrophobia and stuff. We've got Norton, who's kind of a patient that we know has some psychological stress and trauma, and he's seeing his psychiatrist and stuff, and he's got this compulsion that when he walks around, he's always picking up what seems to be trash and garbage and stuff like that, and in particular nails or splinters of wood and all this stuff. And when he tells the tale to his his doctor, they're like, why are you doing this? Why? And he's like, I'm trying to build. It's like he's building a door. He's trying to find something. Next main character we see a priest character. He gets, to a new congregation, new place, but this town has a kind of a, shall we say, not sordid, but a creepy past. There's been some mystery. There's been some murder. There's been disappearances, and it's all tied to this mysterious black barn that people remember it, but it's not there. So yeah, after that, it gets into all kinds of creepy stuff. There's visions and ghosts. There's time travel. There's just weirdness. But yeah, look at this great artwork here, the panel. Just such a smart book. But wow, not only will it make your head spin, it'll make you think, it'll make you question. It is almost almost a perfect book. So if you like thrillers, if you like mystery, if you like suspense, all of those things, you have to check out this book. Don't want to give too much away, because that'll, I don't want to unsolve the mystery for you. But yeah, please trust us. Jeff Lemire does not disappoint.
One thing too to add on to that is it's an image book, so volume ones are usually what, $10.99?
Yeah, they're usually, I think, $9.99 US, so they come in at about $12 Canadian or $12.99 Canadian. So
which is an amazing value for I believe it's 5 or 6 issues of the first part. Like, even if it's not the book for you, the price point, you give it a go, you try it out, and either you like it, which I bet you will.
Yep.
Or you only lost a drop of gas nowadays.
Not even, yeah. It's like half a Starbucks coffee, basically, right?
Yeah. So there's no losing. And two, with Andreas's art, we talked about him last week, I think, with Batman Imposter. I like the way he draws because if you look at this image here, he likes to circle stuff out and put it in a different color. That's the things he wants your eye to look at. So in this image here, we see first one on the left hand side is a spike, and that is the spikes that our main character Norton has put in his apartment building underneath his front door, and so on and so on. He just wants you to he wants to draw your eyes to certain
Yep.
parts of his image that may be glanced over.
Yeah, and yeah, he's a fantastic artist. He's drawing so many of our good stuff. We've mentioned him in as Jesse said, Batman Imposter. Also working with Jeff Lemire again for that book Primordial. The next issue 2 comes out next week, so we're gonna probably talk about that one because that one's super good. But yeah, you definitely got to check this book out. Highly recommend it.
It's my favorite horror, supernatural, Halloween-esque book that I've ever read.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's stellar from top to bottom. So yeah, that's our creepy comic, and boy, is this one definitely creepy. You might not want to read it at home when it's raining or anything like that in the dark. Wouldn't recommend that for sure. But all right, our next segment, as you know, with our store, we do lots of gaming, and one of the most popular games right now is Dungeons and Dragons. So for this edition of Heroes World, this is how we roll. We will be talking about the brand new Dungeons and Dragons source book that is FIZBAN'S Treasury of Dragons. And here we have pictured the hobby store exclusive cover. So this particular cover goes only to hobby stores like ours, and we also get to release the book a week early in this format. So that's a nice treat by Wizards of the Coast to help support hobby stores and stuff. And this book is all about dragons. So the game is called Dungeons and Dragons. So of course there's dragons, and fantasy realms and fantasy games of all kinds have lots of dragons. But this book does not only give us information on all the different variety of dragons, it adds new types of dragons. It gives us the history of dragons. It gives us the layers of dragons. So if you want to incorporate dragons into your game, they give you sample layers like, hey, this is what a red dragon's layer looks like. This is what a blue dragon's, and they've got them mapped out for you to add right into your adventure or your campaign. Not only that, they expand all about dragon hordes. We sometimes know that dragons hoard treasure, or they've got all the equipment and stuff from all the people that tried to hunt them down, and they sleep on these hordes. So a lot of cool information there about dragons. But that's not the best part for me. The best part of this book is that it adds new magic items, new feats, new class features, new magic spells, and a way to incorporate different types of dragonborn characters. So if you guys are familiar with the Dungeons and Dragons at all, dragonborn are a race of humanoid dragons, much like this fellow here, kind of. You see a dragon here holding a drake. And I fell in love with Dragonborns in 4th edition. I had a Dragonborn paladin character that was super, super cool. Dragonborn are stoic, they're strong, they're mysterious, and very honorable and stuff. And as you play them, their classes, they can get, different paragon status and get wings and stuff. So yeah, you're just very, very cool warriors and stuff like that. So there's now new types of Dragonborn character races that you can pick. So you could be like a chromatic dragonborn, a gem dragonborn. They've added things so that, again, gives you so much diversity. But also, as I mentioned too, they've given you class types. So here we have actually depicted is a ranger. There's a new ranger class feature called the Drake Warden, and you as a ranger, you get a drake as a companion, and you bond with this drake, and as you get stronger, it levels up with you, creating a stronger bond. You've got this really cool companion who can do different things. Super, super cool, super original. And then, but honestly, the best one for me is this class here, and it's a monk class. And this particular class reminds me so much of the Immortal Iron Fist because it is called the Way of the Ascendant Dragon. So you are a monk that is bestowed power by a dragon. So all of a sudden you're going to get this stronger, different. You've got like a empower your strikes with the dragon. You can learn to speak Draconic, and kind of how they bring up, hey, how did you get this power? Did you meet a dragon? Were you trained by a dragon? And they had a backstory where one of the elder dragons actually started this monastery, and that is kind of, you could have trained there and stuff. So this book has got so much stuff. It's not just, hey, these are the stats of the blue dragon, the red dragon, the white dragon. There's so much stuff in it. It's a beautiful book, lots to read. So even if you are just a player, not a DM, I really think this is one of the best source books that they've put out. Yeah, it's super fantastic, and also came out on a really cool week for us because Ed Greenwood stopped by our store, and Ed Greenwood's the creator of Forgotten Realms, and he hung out with us and talked to us about all kinds of stuff. And he told us some backstory about this particular book and what he contributed to it. So yeah, D&D, we're big fans of it. I'm a big fan of it. I know, Jesse, you've been kind of stoked and interested in it, especially with our couple talks with Ed now. It's pretty cool, right?
I'm very interested in it. A question for you: is a dragon the almighty villain, or is there something better than a dragon, like something harder to defeat than a dragon?
Well, that's the cool thing about D&D. You can almost encounter dragons at any and every level. So they have different things, like, from kobolds and like drakes or small dragons. You can always encounter like a young dragon. But yeah, if you run into an ancient dragon and you're not of that right level, yeah, you better run. It's definitely like, yeah, you can get, like, if you run into a guy like this, but Jesus, right? And the granddaddy, there's two big dragons. There's Tiamat, which is, you've probably seen it. It's the 5-headed dragon. So it's a dragon with one of each of the dragon colors, and also Bahamut. So those are the two big dragon entities. So yeah, they are one of the ultimate threats in Dungeons and Dragons. But there are also all kinds of deities and demigods and stuff that you could run into. But yeah, the name of the game is Dungeons and Dragons. So you want to encounter these things because sometimes they're not adversaries. Sometimes dragons take on different forms, and they could be somebody who's kind of being like a joker or a trickster, playing with the party, or they can be giving you information, or you could be going on a quest for them. So they've had a great way of kind of intermixing different ways for you to interact with dragons and stuff. So it's phenomenal. Like, so yeah, just really, really cool. Like I said, can't say enough about this book. Brand new. Both covers are excellent. I should have grabbed another image with the other cover, but if you are by a game store, support them. Go and pick up this amazing edition. As you can see, it's kind of gold foiled, embossed, and stuff. And yeah, like I said, sometimes you look at these books and they do sometimes tend to be more for the dungeon master than the player, but this one is chock full of information, all about dragons, the types of stuff that you find with dragons. Like I said, I can't say enough about it. So much cool stuff in this. Yeah, what a great book. Yeah, so if you are curious about D&D, there's so many resources to check out. Check out Wizards of the Coast website, and then Wizards of the Coast Dragon D&D, and you'll find all kinds of stuff there. Or check out your local hobby store. If you're close to us, come in, talk to me. I'll talk your ear off about Dungeons and Dragons, get you set up, get you playing right. So there's a little bit of a look of what we're enjoying this week. Hopefully, now that it is the weekend, TGIF, hopefully you are going to have time to delve into one of your hobbies, whether that's reading comics, maybe you're painting miniatures, maybe you're playing D&D, maybe you got time to read a graphic novel, or just take time to paint a miniature or something. We hope that you get time to do your hobbies because, hey, that's what life's all about. We work hard to play even harder. And hopefully you have a happy and safe Halloween from all of us at Heroes World. As always, if you are interested in reaching out to us, check us on our socials. It's Heroes World Online. And please, if you can, give us a like, a subscribe, or a follow. All of that helps. So have a happy and safe Halloween and a very, very good night.